Hello world, I'm Brian Mapes from the University of Miami, curator of the Mapes IDV collection, with an introduction to IDV notebooks. Installation links are at the end of the video. The Integrated Data Viewer is great freeware for seeing complex weather or other geodata for any time and place on Earth. It installs on any machine with a few clicks. Jupyter notebooks are another great free and open tool. And also click to install. Notebooks are documents with human-friendly text, maybe even math, and executable code, plus the resulting figures all in one space. Notebooks can really shrink the gap between computer work and communication of results. Now Jupyter notebooks are not just for Python anymore. The IDV notebook lets you explore a big bundle of related 3D data and displays, while logging your expedition notes from your journey. Let's open up a notebook. I've made a starter blank here with an introduction, the key commands to launch IDV and open a bundle, and then several triplets of cells for words, show image calls, and captions. Now we launch the IDV from the notebook by executing this cell with Shift Return or the play button. The GUI should pop up as usual, the IDV session. Now let's open an IDV bundle either from the GUI or by name from the notebook. If you've set up my IDV plugin, you'll see these favorites folders here. Let's look at the mean annual cycle for simplicity. Current weather bundle discussions would be another great use of the IDV notebook. Or you might do assignments from the Lachman Mapes and Tile Lab Manual, a companion to this fine Lachman textbook. Look for the manual in 2016 from AMS Press. Or you could browse the Mapes IDV gallery over here a bit at bit.ly/Mapes_IDV. If you see one you like, you could download it or just capture its URL in the browser, paste it into the Open Bundle function, change Show to Get, and execute. There are many ways to get the same result in IDV. Sometimes these are conveniences, not complications. Since IDV is powerful, building bundles is hard, high-skill, detailed work like coding. But just operating a bundle to see its data and displays is not so hard. You can operate the legend to enable and disable displays. You can zoom in and out with the mouse scroll wheel or magnifying glass. You can pan with the arrows or hold Control and the right mouse button while you drag. 3D rotate is just dragging with the right mouse button held down. Or use the rotate icon. If you get lost, pop home. And you can operate the animation controls to adjust time, like from summer to winter. Now suppose you see a feature of interest like this climatological January jet stream of 40 meter per second winds. It glides above the surface temperature gradient, obeying thermal wind balance. Back in the notebook, let's execute Show Image. With a Shift Return, presto, the image appears. Let's give it a caption since we didn't capture the legend and the time bar. Surface, temperature, and jet stream in January. Okay, now back to the IDV. I wonder if East Asia has a jet above its temperature gradient. Interesting. Back to Show Image in the notebook, and so on. When you're done, you can file, download as HTML. This converts the page, including the figures, into a single HTML file. No need to create figure files and name them and import them and all that. Sometimes just a little time savings can make the whole experience fun instead of tedious. Now I like to use an HTML composer, like the free SeaMonkey browser's Composer, just to clean up the HTML for sharing. For example, I'll just delete this ugly code here. When I save that file in a web-hosted area, like my HTML folder, presto, it's on the World Wide Web. Or you can share these more privately, like you would any file, through Dropbox or Google Drive or whatever nowadays. GitHub is a popular place to host notebook files themselves, although its rendering can be slow. Of course, these GUI operations in the IDV aren't stored in the notebook, so this isn't a replicable science tool, like a code-only notebook. But it might still be great for, say, teaching. You could include reasonable example figures in the initial notebook, and then have students overwrite them when they prepare their own views and execute the Show Image command. There, how cool is that? A good-looking discussion document on the complex content of an IDV bundle. My job of curation will soon become a problem for these too, I suspect, and I'll fall behind, but that's life. I could use some help if one of you is really juiced about all this and has the skills. Here are the links to set up everything, and happy notebooking.